All right, good evening, folks, and welcome to the Let's Go Fishing show. And as you can see, we've got Mike as my guest again tonight, and glad to have you, Mike.
Good to be here.
Good to be here. All right, I want to welcome all the viewers here on Cable Channel 12 out of Oak Ridge here in Anderson County, and then also all the cable viewers on Channel 4 out in the Oneida area, Mike.
Yes, sir.
And glad to have them all online with us or on board with us here tonight. And we got a pretty good show lined up. Got a lot of fishing film we're going to show, and got a few announcements to make as we get on into the show. But Mike, I wanted to talk about this fishing trip we made to Dale Holler, but I think I'm going to show the film first, and I also got a little trip that I made down to Watts Bar. And then I know you've been crappie fishing a trip or two.
Yeah.
And the crappie's been a little tough.
Been real tough.
Been real tough. That's exactly what I've been hearing from you and everybody else that's been crappie fishing. You either get them or you don't get them. Yep. And that kind of thing. So anyway, want to say hello to Dad and say hello to Polly and Bill.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay. Dylan, are you ready to go to film? All right, let's go to film. Yeah, you get it. There we go. Soon to be, don't know how soon, but toward the gym, this is going to be the new home for Edgemore Outdoors, and man, looks great. They got quite a bit of work to do yet, but looks like Jim and Jeannie's picked out a good place, a good design. It's a huge building, so can't wait for them to get set up here and all that kind of stuff. So just wanted to let everybody know, the date for moving in is not been set yet. So, yeah, and talking with Jim, he says, man, I just don't know when. So, but anyway, they got a start on it, and be glad to see them get in the new building here. Hey folks, I'm here at Tim's Tires, and I want, just looking, there's all kinds of tires behind me, but this right here is kind of more for the vehicles. So, as you can see, they've got every size shape that you're looking for, and don't get caught with bad weather. Come on by down here at Tim's Tires and let them make you a deal on a set of tires there. Because they do have them. If they don't have, they will get them for you. And you truckers know that they've got the truck tires too. So Tim's Tires right here coming into Harriman. Make sure you check them out there if you need that set of tires. All righty, folks. I'm here on Watts Bar Saturday, and as you can see, I just caught one of them rascals there about 2 pounds, and the next cast got that in there weigh about 4 or 5 pounds. So I've had one smallmouth hooked and 2 of these drums, so we're gonna keep on fishing. Show you a little on a point here, good and rocky. Let me get that thing off. Remember the sponsors, and let's go fishing, and hopefully we can get on some bass here in a little bit. All right, folks, there's another one. Very next cast. I'm going to have to leave this place, find me somewhere where there's some bass. That's 3 drum off of here and about 5 casts. So we're going to get that one off, and I'm going to move around on the back side of this point and see if I can find them smallmouths. So stay tuned. We'll get back at it. Well, folks, that's still the dang wrong species. That's the dang catfish. Hit my higher jig now. All right, I'm going to get him off and make another cast or two here and see if I can get one. All right. All right, folks, I went a couple of miles on down the lake, pulled in on a good point. I mean a dandy. And yeah, right there's what's on here, seems like. I don't know what's going on with these drums, but they're on all these good points that the smallmouth ought to be on. So we'll get that and I'll make another cast, see what we can come up with. All right, folks, I finally found a little smallmouth here. Yeah, buddy, there he is. Come on up here, old buddy. There we go. Yeah, yes sir. We'll take that one. Yeah, we finally got out of them drum, hopefully. Now then, let's see if we can get him in here. All right, get him on camera here. Yeah, come here, old buddy. Catch up a little more line on him. There he is. Now, here we go. Get him up here in the boat. Hold him up there. Just hold on, bud. I'll get you. Yeah, here we go. All right, got him. There he is. Okie dokie. We'll get him off and get him back in the water, try to get another one. Folks, if they was having a drum tournament today, I'd be the winner. I guarantee you. I've never seen the bait. Everywhere I've stopped with that little brown jig, there's been a drum on it. All right, we'll get that and I'll try to get another smallmouth here. Give you a little shot of the structure I'm fishing. These rocky points and stuff. All right. All right, folks, got a largemouth that trip. Yeah. All right, buddy. We'll get you off and I'll be back in the water here. Good deal. All right, folks, got another largemouth there. Be close to a keeper. That other one was a keeper, but that one right there, I don't know. Be close. All right, we'll take him. Get him back in the water here. Get another one. All right, folks, I put on a heavier bait, trying to get out of that blame drum, and now the son of a gun. Second cast with it, got another. Well, we'll get him off and get back in there and see if we can get a bass. Yeah, man, there's plenty of them in this lake, that's for sure. Folks, I'm back in here in 5 foot or 4.7 feet of water and caught a drum. I never seen a bait. I mean to tell you, they're just everywhere, everywhere. All right, we get him off and see if we can come up with another bass. Folks, we're leaving out of Star Point. There's Bill and Paul over there, and I'm with a good friend of mine I've met here last year, David Duvall. Down in Manchester? Manchester, Tennessee. David loves this lake. He's a well-known fisherman, Chickamauga and Dale Hollow both, and a dang good fisherman. And had a great day yesterday, and I've got an opportunity to get in the boat with David, and we're going to do some filming here for the show. I got Mike back there right now. He's by himself, but he may pick up my Uncle George out here a little bit later on today, and we're going to go out here and try these smallmouth. David, you had a good day yesterday.
Yeah, we put 18 good ones in the boat yesterday, Steve.
18 good ones, yeah. Folks. I'm telling you what, had some 5-pounders.
We had 3 over 5, and of the 18, none of them weighed under 3 pounds.
Gee whiz. Man, if I could just get 3 of them today, I'll be tickled.
We'll try.
All right. All right. Well, listen, folks, remember our sponsors, and we hope to be back with you shortly and have a fish on the line, Dave.
All right.
All right. Catch y'all later. All right, folks. Actually, my first cast and the first fish of the day. So David's on them, and we're gonna sack them here. Perfect day for this lake, David.
Yes, it is.
All right. Nice fish. We're going back in the water. All righty. We'll try to get another. Just to give you an idea of kind of the structure David's been fishing, and beautiful lake out here, really is. And we get on electronic fishing later on today. I'm going to try to get, he's got some of the best electronics on the boat that you can get, and he really uses them to the T. So we'll see how that goes later on today. Mash that button and it's record.
Okay.
And we're ready to go.
All right.
All right, folks. David's got a good fish on right here now. Yeah, boy. That might be one of them 7 or 8 pounders we're talking about. Oh, yeah. I haven't seen any color yet. I just seen him jump. Folks, we're fishing with light line, 3/16 ounce head, and oh, dadgummit, I let him run out of the net. Come here. Come here. Got him now. All right, David. Good deal. Perfect, man. Yes, sir, boys.
Good fat fish.
That's a good, fat, slick, as Bill says, big, nice slicker. Man, that is a pretty fish. Daggone it. Nice, David. Nice, nice.
Well, let's catch some more.
Let's get some more. Man, I'm telling you that. Yes, sir. Nice. All righty. All right. Folks, David's got our 7th fish on right here now. He's done jumped once. Where's he at? Oh, yeah, here he is, right here at the boat. Yes, sir. Come on up here. Got him. All right, David. Yeah, buddy. Give you a little slack on the net. Pretty fish. Another pretty fish. Boy, that fish is healthy. I mean, he's healthy. Did catch the net? Dadgummit. That's my fault. I let it get slack. There.
Okay.
Well, folks, we've got a hook hung in the, there we go. Got him in. Good deal. All right, David. That's wonderful, man. Yes, sir.
They like that yellow and chartreuse, Steve.
I believe they do. Don't tell me, I don't know why, but yeah. I've never seen a chartreuse crawdad, David.
I ain't neither. Yeah, yesterday, Hugh and I put 18 in the boat, lost 5 more, and we did not have a fish under 3 pounds, and we had 3 over 5. He was tickled to death. Yeah, I'll tell you what he said. He said,
All right, folks, David's got another fish on here. Yeah, man. We're on a good spot. Just had to get out here where they're at. I hope that's that big one. What do you think, David? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. You got that right. Hold on now, bud. Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, buddy. There he is. There he is, buddy. I tell you what. That's a heavy load in the net, man. That's a nice one. Yes, sir.
look how he took that jig.
Yeah, buddy. He ate it, as they say. Man, I'm telling you, he's got it. He wanted it for sure.
Sure did.
Yes, sir. Pretty fish, David. That is a nice fish, man.
Put him back to be caught again.
There you go, buddy. All right. That's what? Is that 8 or 9? I've lost count.
Well, that's number 9.
Number 9. All righty. All right, folks. David's got number 10 on the hook. Just make sure we get him in. Yep, buddy. Oh, yeah. A jumper. A jumper. Oh, look at him down there. Man, I'm telling you, got him. All right, all right. Yes, sir. Good deal. What can I do to help you now, Dave?
Got him right here.
All right. Good deal, man. Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Number 10 in the boat, folks. Oh, yes, sir.
He wasn't going anyplace.
Huh?
He wasn't
Going in. Had him hooked good. Perfect. Yes, sir. When you have to get the needle nose and get the hook out, you've got them hooked just right. Yes, sir. Gets in behind that bone there on the top of that nose, and good deal. Yes, sir.
Get it far enough, man.
Yeah. Now, folks, David's fishing the loose braided line and using a fluorocarbon leader. Yes, sir. Good deal. Back in the water. On an old Paul Harris jig.
Paul Harrison jig.
Yep. All righty. We're going to get another one. We're getting a little sprinkle of rain. I'm going to put the camera under the console so it doesn't get wet. 5 feet.
Yep.
All right, folks, David's got our 11th fish there. That's a nice fish, David. Dandy, man.
Good, fat.
Good, yeah, definitely that, for sure. All right, buddy, get another one. That's number 11. We've been needing to break the ice here for about an hour, hour and a half, so maybe we get started here again. All righty, let's go at it.
All right. Steve finally got a smallmouth to bite there.
Yeah, what do you think about that now, Mike?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Good fish, sir. I thought you might get that little old net slipped under it, but you ain't gonna do it, are you?
No.
I didn't think you would. You wanted to break my line.
Yeah.
Be son of a gun. Told you.
He got off. There he goes.
Yeah.
He didn't break your line.
No,
he just slipped your
break the
hook.
line, but that the hook come out real easy.
Yeah. Okay.
Good thing I didn't let no pressure up on it.
That's right.
Hey, Mike.
He's got one on here. Let's see what he got.
Whoa.
Pretty
son.
good little smallie.
That's a big one, Mike.
I used to think he's big.
It's good. That's a good fish right there, Mike. Dandy. Whoa, baby. Stay hooked, buddy. Stay hooked. Stay hooked. Oh, yeah. Look at there. Man alive. That's a nice one. Here you go, big boy. You got him. Yeah, boy. Now then, Mike. That's one of them big, fat, nice slickings, as Bill says. I want you to look there, what a football.
Yeah.
Man alive.
All right. He's fat. Ain't no doubt about that.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, real fat.
Buddy, that is a nice fish right there.
Yes.
That fish pushing close to 5 pounds, Mike.
Oh, I guarantee you.
Huh?
Guarantee you is.
All right. Third cast.
Yeah.
Third cast. All right, back in the water he goes.
Back in the water.
Man.
Okay.
Fish ain't slamming that bait, Mike. They just easing up there and eating and getting it.
Easing up there and getting it. Yeah.
Easing up there and getting it. Yeah.
There he is.
There you go. Good okay.
All right. Sounds good.
They just easing up there and getting it.
All right. Steve's got another on there. They just barely hard picking it up, huh?
Yeah, just real light bites, Mike. Yesterday morning they'd knocked the fool out of that thing. Folks, with the bites been of a morning.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's a real nice one.
Yeah, boy. He's so big you can't get out of the water, Mike.
Don't let off on it. Let off on the line.
I did.
Heck, you did.
He's hung up in the net. Okay, I got it. There you go.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. A real light bite, I mean, tell you.
Look at the jaw on her here. That side.
Yeah.
You've been hooked before or something.
All right. Nice fish, folks.
Yeah, real nice.
Remember, let's go fishing. Remember the sponsors, Mike.
Okay.
All right, let's get one. All right, Mike, there you go.
Yep.
Folks, we had some technical difficulty there at the start of the show, and wanted to welcome all the viewers here in Cable Channel 12, and then the viewers out in Cable Channel 4 there out of Oneida. Y'all didn't get to hear me do that earlier, and I want to say hello to Dad and to Polly and Bill, and that kind of thing. But anyway, we're going to talk about, right quick, Mike, I made that little trip down there February the 11th on a Saturday. You were working. I went down to Watts Bar and caught all them drums on that jerk bait. And, man, no, wait a minute. I didn't catch them on the jerk bait. I caught them on that little brown and orange jig. And everywhere I stopped that I thought that I ought to have been catching smallmouth, the water temperature was 47 degrees, and so I laid the jerk bait down and grabbed up the little higher jig, and man, I just couldn't get them. You know, all I could get was the drum. And, you know, you get 4 or 5 in every cast. You time to move. And I just went from point to point, you know, looking for them smallmouth, and the dang drum was covered up with it. You know. Even caught a catfish on that thing. So anyway, I did wind up catching a couple little bass, small bass, 2 smallmouth, and a couple of largemouth, and a couple of smallmouth, I believe it was. And so I left, and all this was taking place out on the main channel. Well, anyway, I left the main channel, went down the lake, and went back into the fingers back there, and you know, I kept working my way to the back, and got in there in about 4 or 5 foot of water, and I seen some minnow activity. And I thought, I throwed in there, and what do you think I caught?
Drum,
A drum, yeah, sure did. Man, he hit that thing. I was throwing a chatterbait, and I mean, he unloaded on it like a freight train, and I said, oh, man. I found him now. Well, yeah, when he got out to the boat, when he come up and under the boat, I knew what. I said, no, it's not what I'm fishing for. So anyway, that was the end of that trip. And then you and I got with Bill and Paul and Max and David, and there last weekend we took off there Saturday morning out to Dale Hollow, and I got in the boat with David, and he had a big fishing day there on Friday. And, folks, we caught those fish on a little 3/16 ounce homemade tie. Paul ties those flies up for that lake. I mean, that's the bottom line. They're yellow with a little chartreuse under them. And here's the thing: they had me 6 in a bag and Mike 6 in a bag when we got to the camper there Saturday morning, and. But the trip or two before that, and even last year, I had several that I'd got from Paul with a yellowhead on them. And I'd throw the yellowhead and throwed it, and they just wouldn't touch it. So, you know, but the bait they bit had a whitehead on it. And so, you know, that just goes to show you sometimes the least little change, Mike, will make a difference.
I've seen the thread that they tied the stuff with on some of them jigs. What do you use, a red thread or a white thread?
Yeah.
Make all the difference in the world.
Yeah, or black. I used to buy those hair flies from old Bob Belcher years ago down in Oliver Springs area, and I'd have him. I wanted 2 dozen black with black thread, and I wanted 2 dozen black with red thread.
Yeah.
And I wound up having the red threads gone before the blacks ever got used at all. To catch, you know, on a real dark night, the black would work good. If it was cloudy, you know, I'm talking about dark, you know what I mean. And then when you got a real bright, starry night, the red thread seemed to be a better producer. And I'd have one tied on one rod and one on the other.
Yes, sir.
And so, yeah, the least little thing sometimes makes a lot of difference. Also, too, I want to thank Edgemore Outdoors. Man, I got 2 of those ABU rods and 2 Okuma reels, and that's the 2 rods and reels I fished with out there. And I'm a real bad creature of habit. If I like a rod and reel, I want 2 just alike. That way, I can pick one up and it's just like the same rod, even though it's got a different bait on it, rod and reel. I try to buy 2. Sometimes I have to buy 1 or a piece of 1 and then work my way up, but eventually I wind up with 2 just alike. That way I've got them, you know, like I said, I lay 2 down on the boat and have 2 of the same baits or 2 different baits tied on the same reel and rod. That's just my preference. And if I've got more than 2 reeling rods laying on the front of the boat, I don't know nothing. I like to have just 1, but I usually try to keep that spare ready. And when I've got 1 rod, I know what I want to feed them, what I want them to bite, and that's just me, you know. But Mike and I have been down there, and there were so many rods and reels in the boat you couldn't walk. But I like to keep it down to just 1 or 2 and that kind of thing. But I want to thank Edgemore for making, if you're looking for a good rod and reel combo, if you don't like the Okuma reel, he's got about a half a dozen or a dozen of different brands, but the rods are great. I'm telling you, I'm really impressed with them. So you go by there and check that out. But you know, the fish down there, like I said, we're throwing. David was throwing the braided line and the loose braided. Jim's got that up there also with the 8-10 foot leader on there, and I'm throwing the 6-pound mono, and you know, you're fishing 6-pound test line, 6-pound test leader with that little 3/16 ounce fly, and you know, a lot of the fish, some of the fish we caught were 15, 18 foot deep, and then you get one, what we call a deep fish, out there, fish it all the way to the boat, and bam, one hits it just about the time you get ready to wind it in. And but we did catch some nice fish. You and I, and here's the ticker now. You know, them fish bit just bam, bam, bam for about 2.5 hours there Saturday morning, and then maybe we fished 1.5 hours and never had another bite, and then we finally caught 2 more fish, and then, buddy, for 3 hours we never had a bite. And then Mike and I, on Sunday morning, we caught them 5 right quick. But now let me tell you about the bite. That's killer. Saturday, when them fish hit that jig, they set the hook themselves. They hit that thing like a ton of bricks. I mean, it's like a freight train. And Sunday, I mean, you thought you were fishing with a Baltimore minnow. You just barely did feel a little change in the weight of your bait, and that was the fish. There was no hitting it or anything. It was just like I said, it just felt a little heavy, and he had it. You didn't. That was just the real week there Sunday morning with me and you, Mike. And I told you, I made the comment, and I said, them fish they're just mouthing that thing. And why they hit it so hard Saturday, I don't know. But that's why we couldn't figure out. Honestly, Mike and I left down there about 3 o'clock Sunday evening, because we fished from 9 o'clock till 3 o'clock and never had a bite. And we was all over the lake. We was back in the creek. We was out on the main channel, back in the creek, out on the main channel. And we idled around looking for them, couldn't find them on the depth finder. I don't know where they hid, but they hid good.
Yeah.
And but when they're biting down there, it's wonderful. And I'll tell you another thing about that place down there. It's beautiful, and the reason being, there's only one house that I know of that's down on the water.
There's 3 or 4 up around it, behind it.
Well, but that's the whole point.
Yeah.
They can't build a house past the point of the ridge.
Yeah.
You can see them from the lake way up on the ridge top, but as far as down there on the lake, there's only one place, and that's right there above Star Point on the right there. That one place right there is the only house that I know of on the water. You've got your marinas and campsites around the marinas and Lilydale and places like that, but as far as actual living quarters, that's the only house I know of. But that place is just beautiful. From water all the way to the top of the ridge, it's nothing but just timber.
Yeah.
Woods and bluff lines. That's all it is. It's beautiful. Del Hollow is a rough place. It's tough to fish at a lot of times, but man, when they're on, they're on.
They are.
And that was the deal. And we had a real good trip, and man, we had a fish fry there Saturday night, wouldn't quit. I'm telling you, Mike had a big old tub of crappie fillets, and I got in the freezer and stole one of my wife's bag of crappie fillets. She wasn't supposed to know. I ain't even told her that yet. But anyway, I took a bag with me, and boy, we fried those things up there Saturday evening after we fished all day, and man, you talking about good.
Yeah.
We had a paper bag full of crappie fillets that Bill and Paul and Max fixed them things up, and man, we had one heck of a meal, I'm telling you. Appreciate them guys doing that and inviting us down. Anyway, got a couple of announcements here to make, and let me do that right quick while we're at it. Well, Mike, let's talk about this thing you got here from Edgemore Outdoors, this Hook Pal.
Hook Pal,
yeah.
That's the first time I've seen it. So,
yeah.
You was telling me about it, and it comes with a little rod and these little discs that you put in there to put them on your hook. And according to the paper there, if you got a swim bait and you want to slide one in against the back of your swim bait here to keep it from getting jerked back on your hook, you can do that. If you want to put a trailer hook on it, just put your trailer on there and then put your pal up against it there to hold it back straight behind it. You can put it on your trailer behind the spinner bait and do the same thing. You can put one on underneath it and one on top of it to hold it straight out behind it. If you want to. They were showing it, put double hooks on the bait, behind it for a trailer. Showing it how to fix sinkholes and all kinds of different baits there. They show you on that brochure there how to.
Dylan, can you do away with that advertisement for just a minute? Can we get a good? There you go. Yeah, I mean, folks, that this thing is just a lot of versatility with what you can do with this thing here. You take a wacky worm and you put one of those discs on your hook.
Yep.
Put the wacky worm on there and put another one on top of it. You ain't going to lose one every time you get a fish that way, Mike, slinging it off and stuff. It's going to hold it on the hook. And it's just attaching trailer hooks and that kind of thing. Even they got it on a frog. You take one of those, 2 of these discs, one on each hook and a little wire harness, and then you put your trailer hook through that wire harness through the trailer hook in the middle of the frog, and using that weedless hook with that little spring wire on it, and you know, because you miss a lot of fish on them frogs. Now I'm gonna tell you, but with this thing right here, you need to check it out. Is all I can say. Get by up there and check it out, because I've used the surgical tubing and everything in the world on these trailer hooks and things, and when the bite's tough, you definitely don't want to miss one when you can put a trailer hook on there and get him.
That's right. It does come in several different colors too, from what I understand.
Yeah.
The clear, the black, and so the red one there.
Red, yeah. So
I'm not sure what all colors they are, but comes a variety of colors from what I understand.
Yeah. Well, the thing about it is, this little old tool here, you don't, you know, how many times have you punched the hook in your finger? You know, this thing here, you know, you're in the clear. You don't have to worry about it. You just put that right there over the hook, and put a little pressure on it, and it pops right through, and it's on there. So you're not sticking yourself and having to go to the doctor and get the hook out, or have you a sore finger or whatever. So I had to have one of them, and Ed Galt, I hope you're watching. You can get up there and get you one for sure. East Tennessee Sportsman's meeting next month. They canceled this February meeting, so it'll be next month on the 14th. And then Saturday, we got the Riverside Sportsman's night out up at the Second Baptist Church there in Clinton. And you all know we gave some tickets away last week, and that thing starts at 2:30 Saturday. The expo begins at 2:30, and the dinner begins at 4:45. And then the main event at 6:15, and they got a lot of good prizes to give away. And when you buy the ticket to get in, you'll get a ticket for the drawing, so to win a prize. Plus, you get to visit all the vendors and look around at what they got there, what's going on. I think they're supposed to have a kids fish tank provided by TWRA. Reynolds Racing and Marine will be there with a bunch of boats and a bunch of side-by-sides for you to look at and that kind of thing. So we hope to see y'all up there. They always put on a good show. This will be my third or fourth.
Skeet shooting out there.
Skeet shooting down on the lower end of the property there. They just, you know, just a little bit and a whole lot of everything. Got some dog trials going on. These guys that train these dogs to retrieve and that kind of stuff, they'll be there with some dogs. They'll have some great deer head mounts, fish mounts, and that kind of thing. So don't forget that. That's coming Saturday, Second Baptist Church down there on the river, and you can, starts at 2:30. So we've got plenty of time to get there, hopefully, and I know it's supposed to rain tomorrow night, I think. Some storms coming in tomorrow evening and Saturday, Friday night. Hopefully that'll all be gone, and we'll have dry time for the expo. So don't want to forget that for sure. Another good thing, Rockwood Arnhem Metals, talked with Gary today. He's having problems with his scales, but he is buying some automobiles and that kind of thing. If you want to give him a call, if you've got no automobile that you need to get rid of, give Gary a call and check him out on that. Hello, caller.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Ed, how you doing, man?
Well, I'm guilty. I was down there the other day, and I got looking at my worms and stuff, and I forgot about asking about that thing, buddy.
Yeah, the hook pile. Yeah, I told them today that you'd be by. I asked if you'd been through there yet, and they said no, didn't think so. And I said, well, he'll be by probably tomorrow evening after I show this on TV tonight.
Yeah.
But
I used to get those trailer hooks. They'd have those little rings on there, that you put on there, but they didn't work very good.
Yeah, yeah. The thing about a trailer hook, Ed, is finding you got to buy a trailer hook, because just a regular hook, the eye's not big enough to go over the barb of what you're wanting to trail.
Right.
And so you got to get a trailer hook. And you know, I really like this thing. I know I'm going to like it, because there's just so many different things you can, you know, attach with it and hold in place and all that kind of stuff. And so you need to, when you get back up there, you need to check it out for sure.
Well, let me tell you what I done today.
All right.
I went up there, and it was so foggy I couldn't fish up around the dock till about 10:30.
Mm.
And then I went up through there to the point, and I caught one, and I missed a couple. But when I put my boat in, that fellow was telling me that some guys come in from a tournament and wanted them to take their picture, and he asked them how they was catching them. He said they was catching them up around Hickory Star somewhere in deep water, 40 and 50 foot deep.
That doesn't.
A Zika rig.
Yeah. That doesn't surprise me, Ed. The water, and I'm sure. How much is the lake up from? I mean,
no, it's not up very good. It's pretty low.
Is it back low? It was on the rise.
Well, I know. I thought they was riding it, but I went up there and heck, they dropped the bottom out of it.
Well, shucks, I need to get up there then. That's see, the lower it gets, the better I like it.
Yeah,
but
less place to get the hide.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You know that water clarity up there is, and it, you know, Douglas is real known for that deep water too, even though you think not. But Douglas, a lot of times we get a lot of rain in the mountains, it fills up really quick. So you know the fish are already 20 foot deep, and then you get 20 foot of water over them. Where are they going to be? They're 40 foot. So that's kind of what's going on up there, and that water clarity too with that sun penetration. So I think we're all going to see that with that clear water on North, with the mussels in there, the fish are going to be a little deeper. Yeah. And, you know. So, how deep was that fish you caught there?
Here's 12 foot of water, right to the point.
12 foot of water, okay. It was pretty decent.
It was largemouth, though.
Largemouth, all right.
Yeah. And I missed a couple, but they were mouthing it like you was talking about. You know, you didn't feel them or nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
I kept thinking I was getting hung between two rocks or something. I'd get heavy, and then I'd lean on it a little bit and
feel them take off.
Of it.
Yeah, that's exactly right, buddy. I mean, they changed there from one day to the next down at Dale Hollow. On Saturday, they was just knocking the snot out of it. You know, anybody would have known that it had a bite, as hard as it was hitting. But then Sunday, you just really had to concentrate on that thing to know that something, you know, had it.
Well, I think in about 2 weeks, and it gets to levels off to a warming period, we'll get into them good.
I think you're right. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Okay, well, I'll let you go. Get back to the show.
All right, Ed. Thank you for calling, buddy.
All right, man.
See you, bud. All righty. You know, Ed's right. And this deep water fishing, and those guys up there on Cherokee demonstrated that the other week. You know, sure did. So it's very, very, very possible. Back to Rockwood Ornamentals. Like I said, give Gary a call if you got any old automobiles or some scrap that you might want to get rid of. Hopefully he'll have the scales up and running the 1st of March and be ready to take your scrap metal. Now, in the meantime, he's got corner lot trading right there in the same area on the same lot, and he's got some mulch, stone, masonry sand, gravel, topsoil, supposed to be delivered tomorrow or Saturday, and then he's going to have some cross ties coming in and some landscaping timbers all your landscaping needs and stuff, give him a call. Make sure he's got what you're looking for before you drive down, and take a load of scrap and metal and get your mulch. So, do give him a buzz there if you're going down. And he said he's had several phone calls from people that's watching the show, and I appreciate you all doing that with all of our sponsors. Mention them that you saw the ad, heard about what they have to offer on the Let's Go Fishing show. That makes them feel good and lets us know we're doing halfway good.
Yes, sir.
So anyway, we appreciate that. Let's see, got some other things going on here. Oh yeah, and Gary also told me that one of his buddies there was 5 of them, went down to Weast Lake last week, I think, and they wound up with 190 crappie. Said they had some big ones. There's 5 of them on a pontoon boat. And he said they had rod holders everywhere. This guy does that. He takes people out fishing, and there was 5 of them. Said they went down there and they brought back 190 crappie from Weast Lake there the other week. Some nice ones, Mike. So you might have to go a little farther south, get you some crappie. I don't know. Anyway, appreciate Gary letting us know that on the fishing report. Milton Hill, working over there close right on Milton Hill like I am right now. Milton Hill's way down, and it's supposed to be that way till the 7th of March, from what I heard today. And there were several boats in the boat ramp there at Solway, and I've always heard when Milton Hill was down like that, fishing was good.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how true that is, but I do know this. Looking at our tournament schedule, the winter battle on the hill, their last tournament will be this Saturday there at Carbide Park, and you guys and gals can, participate in that. And then got another tournament this Saturday. There's several tournaments this weekend, folks, fishing tournaments. The one at on Cherokee Lake, that's White Pine Marine Tournament Trail. That'll be at the 25E Bridge, and you can get going on that. And then let's see here, that one there, that's the Phoenix Trail, Volunteer Bass Trail. Their first tournament is March the 18th. That's still, I'm gonna put that in a different pile. And then we got the Blue Ridge. There'll be March the 4th, which is 2 weeks away. Blue Ridge Bassmasters out of Oak Ridge at Point 19 on March the 4th. And this one is the the Fishers of Men tournament, and it's March the 18th at Watts Bar at Ladd Landing. Is their first tournament of the year. Get you some more information on that if you need it. In Heartlands, Division 17 out of Rockwood, safe light to 1 o'clock, and that's a 3-fish limit, and that's March the 11th. And let me check my calendar here just a second. Yeah, March the 11th. Nope, wait a minute, wrong month. Hold on a second. Yeah, okay. 10-4. That is on a Saturday. So that and there's coming up. Then you got the Tennessee Team Trail is at Chickamauga this weekend, and that'll be going out of Dayton, I think. And so that'll be this Saturday. That's 3 already this Saturday, and put that in a different pile. Mm-hmm. And then there, the Bill Williams tournament is March the 25th, so that and there go in that pile there in the St. Jude's. And I run into a guy today, Jackie Hooks, and his son is putting on his son and grandson is running a tournament trail. They've got a tournament out of Ladd's Landing, this Saturday. They fishing every other weekend, and Saturday before, they had 30-some boats in it, and it took over 21 pounds to win. And they're going to be back down there this Saturday there at Ladd's Landing, safe flight till I think 3 o'clock. And I forgot what he called that tournament trail. They're supposed to send me a flyer so that I can keep up with what's going on. But if you're looking for a good tournament to fish, that right there would be a dandy if you're not already fishing one.
Yeah, or going to the show this weekend.
Or going to the show. That's exactly right. And I hope to see a lot of you up there Saturday. Looking forward to it. Can't, just so on and so forth. Like I said, it's a good little episode up there, Mike. And they've had some good meals. I'll put it there.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's right.
They have had some good meals up there now. There's no doubt about it.
They got a lot of good vendors coming in up there with a lot of good stuff.
They sure have.
That you might need, and
Yep.
especially if you're looking for a boat or a motor or something,
Yep.
they can put you right in a good deal on it,
Exactly right. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. Spring is real close. I mean, it's here. We're going to have a cold snap here and there. But basically, what you said, the water temperature on Wattsbar was 54 degrees?
54, 55 today.
54, 55
It may
degrees.
get higher than that tomorrow, but then again, it's going to cool right back down again. That
Right.
surface like that, so them fish just don't know what to do, really.
Right. I mean, you've been catching them. Tony, I wished you'd call in. I've got your tickets you got last week, and I'll make sure you get that tomorrow evening. As soon as I get in from work, I'll bring that down to your house and let you have it. But call in and tell us what you've been doing on the crappie. Have you fished up shallow? And Mike, you got a report from Brad and
Bobby was down the other day.
Yeah. What did they say about
he said him and Greg was down before that, and then Tony, his brother, was down and caught a limit a week ago, and then him and Greg went back, and they didn't do much good, 5 or 6, and he thought it just might have been a bad day, and then him and Bobby was out there, and they run into me, and they just had 6 crappie. I don't know if they got any more than that, and I was lucky to end up with the 6 I got.
Yeah. Well, how deep was they supposedly catching them? I mean,
49, 50 foot.
49 to 50 feet, man.
I started out right there, run up there and try to spot and drop down. Wham, caught 4 good crappie, and it was just, couldn't get a bite at nothing. And I struggled the rest of the day hunting places and trying stuff, and then started moving shallow, and I ended up catching one about 30 foot deep, and then finally backed out and caught another one. But I don't know what in the world they're doing. They seem like they're there. You can see them on the depth finder, but they dang well won't bite nothing. But now the catfish is really active.
Catfish really active.
Yeah, the catfish is really active. And the drum's pretty good too,
Yeah. So if you want to just catch fish, you can get plenty of bites off the catfish and the drum.
Yeah.
But don't count on nothing to eat.
No, not much. The crappie ain't much, but the bluegill's hitting good too.
Bluegill's hitting good too. Okay.
About anywhere you throw, you'll get a bluegill.
Yeah. Mike said he catching them 2 at a time today.
Yeah.
Bluegill off of minnows. I run into Gary Jenkins today at Edgemore, and he had been down to in the Little Emery area, and he caught a bunch of crappie down there the other day and was going back tomorrow. So,
you never know about it.
And I know where he told me he caught them, the water ain't over 8 foot deep.
Well, that's true.
And you'd have to be in the deepest part of that little old pocket there to get 8 foot.
To get 8 foot.
Yeah, it mostly runs 3 to 5.
It's going to be hard to find 49 foot of water, so 39 to so up in that Emory. I mean, the lake just ain't that deep up there. So
Yeah.
if they're out there, moved out there on something, whatever the deepest, if it's 30, 35 foot, then that's as deep as you're going to get in one of them holes or something. But,
Right.
them crappie up there don't usually mosey out as deep as the ones down the river. And for some reason or other, they get lockjaw pretty bad up there, too.
Right. Well, it's most of the time it's a little colder up there, and then it's the first place to warm up when the warm rain comes.
Yeah, it is that.
So, but anyway, I didn't question him about how he was catching those crappie, if he's using minnows or grubs or what. But he said he had a mess.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I could say. And he's supposed to be going back tomorrow. But folks, all you got, you just get out there and try. There's several holes of water on the lake, and you see the bank fishermen fishing in them, and they're catching fish, or they wouldn't be there fishing.
They won't be there long if they ain't catching.
They won't be there. That's exactly right. They won't be there long, and so you're going to find, and bass are the same way. There's always a few up there shallow. They just, I guess that's where they were hatched at, and that's where they stay at. Mm-hmm. And they just kind of follow the lake up and down. And but the crappie is pretty much the same way, especially in some of those holes of water. Until the water comes up, it probably won't drain out there, and it might be 5, 6 foot back in there.
True.
And you can't get a boat through the culvert to get to them till the water comes up.
It just depends on how you like to fish and whether you got a boat or not.
Yeah, the bank fisherman, exactly right.
One guy there today, I seen him anchored out there in 25 foot of water, and I fished 3 different spots, and that boat never moved all day. He just sat there with his floaters and stuff and throwed out there, and just enjoying the day, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he ever caught anything. I didn't see him catch anything, but he just enjoying the day.
Yeah,
I can't blame him for that.
No, that's a fact. Well, listen, folks, we've got a couple of minutes left. Don't forget the Sportsman's Expo at the Second Baptist Church there Saturday, and all the tournaments we got going on that we've mentioned. And take a kid fishing. Wear your life jacket. That's a big thing. You need to have your life jacket on if you're out in the boat. And God bless you all, and we'll see you next week.
You may not know the name, but you definitely know the taste. Our homemade fudge is shipped all over the country. Its quality is unmatched, and it's made right here in Oliver Springs. But you don't have to travel all over to enjoy it. You can get it right here at our retail store, Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts. The highest quality fudge in a countless variety of flavors. And we also carry a variety of candy and unique gifts for you to enjoy. Come enjoy the taste you have loved for years at Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts in Oliver Springs, a division of Country Fresh Food.
Drownings are a leading cause of death for young children. Simple safety steps are the best way to prevent these tragedies. Make sure kids learn how to swim. Always watch them in and around water. Properly fence all pools and stay away from drains. Consider the steps you take, then add a few more. Because you never know which pool safety step will save a life until it does. Simple steps save lives. To learn some new ones, visit poolsafely.gov.